Pretty much. We're back. Okay, so holy crap. So the hull is breached in at least two places, right? As this
right, the top and the bottom.
This railgun round just punched like directly through it. The core is overheating. The warp shell is spinning out of control. The oxygen has been sucked out in moments. So you're floating in airless vacuum right now, Keldor. What do you do?
All right. I'm gonna use my time warp spell to heal Dragon.
Okay.
Oh. Anybody hear that?
All right.
I heard
Everybody was silent.
Yeah.
That was shock, sir. That was shock.
That was shock. Okay. So
I think it's
you
awesome.
told me when I first got this spell that it could be used to rewind, fast forward in different ways. So I want to rewind the damage only on Warpshell Dragon.
Do you have a hero coin?
No, I don't.
This is a very interesting roll.
This is a make or break roll.
Don't roll a 1.
This is a make or break roll.
That. Okay.
This is a make or break roll.
I need everybody's good juju right now. Okay. Are we ready for this?
Yes. Do it.
Yes.
Nice. How many?
Mod 20, baby.
All right. So.
Okay, so it will. It's good for 1d4, so it'll rewind it up to 1d4 turns worth of damage. So that takes us back to the beginning of the fight. We're about
a trade-off
4 or 5. Well, it's 1d4, so I'll roll that. Or you can just
roll it.
Roll it.
So you took care of the last. You took care of the railgun shot.
Yeah. So okay.
Railgun shot damage. All right.
Now,
the shot still happened. The wounds just closed.
So Dragon is fine.
Really?
The Senator is still floating.
I'm merely healing the damage done, not the time. I'm not bending the time, just the damage around the time.
All right. We can do that.
That's great.
So all of a sudden,
there's still a fire.
So interesting choices. So the hole that's there, like that you're all looking at, right? That's the oxygen that's being sucked out of. It's suddenly gone, right? But there's still these little floating orbs of blood floating around, and there's no air.
This is blood mist, right? This is blood mist at the fucking...
Oh, wait, yeah, the blood should be pulled out, too, with the air. So, you know what? No. There's still blood coming out, but the blood is still sort of leaking out of the body. No, the body got sucked out. Sorry. Terrible. Sorry. Even I got lost for a moment there. So the body was sucked out, right? And all you did was heal the hole. So the warp shell is healed.
It's stabilized.
Yeah, it's stabilized. The core, though, in the back, it's still glowing bright red, and the thing is still spinning out of control towards the surface of Durothrax, and there's no air. So boom, the hole's gone. So that problem, you're not going to get sucked out of space. Lucky bastard. And but there's no air, right? Like, the only air that exists on Warpshell right now exists in 3 places. The suits, right, which are next to the drop pods, right behind the med bay, to the right, behind the console, where you guys are at. In the crates that Bendy stored the emergency supply into, and inside of the last 2 vehicles aboard Warpshell, the monobike and the one rover. Those are the only 3 places that you have air left.
Attention.
Okay. Mandrake, your turn.
I hear there was oxygen on a grav bike.
Yes. Hey, but great news though. All the oxygen is gone. The fires are out.
Hey.
But we're kind of, but the dragon's kind of spiraling out of control. Like she's like,
Yeah.
flipping around and doing whatever.
Yeah, and you're just
we're
fine.
reached,
Like your
but now we're not
splinters got
reached.
you nailed down to the ground.
I'm nailed down to the ground. What is that apparatus like, Jason? In terms of, wait, okay, I just want to reconfirm. Does the fat tire grab bike have oxygen? If I can get to that.
Yeah, it has. I
That
mean,
would
I
be-
imagine. I don't know how you saw it, but I always kind of imagine that it has like a little enviro bubble in there. It's
Yeah,
like being
cool.
inside of a vehicle.
Yeah. Exactly. But we've kind of you took care of the breach in the front, but we still have fires going on, which are an issue.
Nope, fires are
the,
gone
the
because there's no air.
Oh, everything. Are the
Yeah.
odd crystals okay? Odd crystals are fine.
They're still burning hot.
You can see as you would look up above the, because you're right there, like you just passed through the little hole. As you'd look up, you would see like a bright red light in the chamber above. That's really, I don't know that you would even know that it's coming from the odd crystal that's powering the thing.
I'm gonna assume it's the odd crystals because of what has transpired. I mean, it's kind of at least one thing that you can offer in terms of technology. He's basically a gearhead.
Okay.
He spent a lot of time working with the system, so I
I'll
think
buy that.
His approach then, if the oxygen seems to be okay at the moment, which it was a dire threat last round. Obviously, assuming it's not a threat now, I'm going to try and fix that problem. So I'll make my way to the odd crystal bay and see what I can do mechanically to try and fix things.
Nice. Okay. So you'll climb back up the ladder to the upper level. You see the senator's gone, right? You don't see the senator anymore. It's just Keldor and Zayden up by the front controls. And to the back of the room, the Yogg crystal looks like it's about to go nuclear.
Oh yeah, I'm going right for it, man.
Yeah.
I have a weaponsmithing tool which gives me a +3. If I can go there and kind of wrench around on it with the tools I have to try and fix it, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, rock on. So you arrive there. You start working on it.
If I see Mandrake, can I throw my repair spider to him from the second adventure we ever did?
Oh, you still have that
It has
thing?
the ability. I still have that thing. It has the ability to heal items.
Nice. Okay, so you go to chuck the repair
Mandrake,
spider.
And I throw this little robot spider to you. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no oxygen and it's in 0G gravity, so it's floating as you throw it. Give me a dex check there, Keldor.
Oh, yes, because I'm totally good at that. 1 second.
Well, you are throwing a thing. I think it's fair. All right. Yeah, it's
in 0 gravity.
Yeah, and the spider, its little legs are just sort of frantically trying to find a thing to touch as it's floating. So I don't think it reaches Mandrake yet, but it'll get there.
Okay.
Going away.
Yeah, maybe in the next round,
Throw
basically.
away your loot, Keldor.
All right, Mandrake, you reach the red Yogg crystal. You can see that the only places it's not glowing nuclear hot, it's got tons of spider webs, kind of spreading out over the crystal. And I need you to make a con save for me.
Okay, con save coming at you.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Nice.
The barbarian.
That's awesome. Okay.
He's got the constitution.
Well, you're not dropped to 0, but you are hit with a sickening wave of radiation. You feel like you want to throw up.
Ow, shit.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me? Oh, so I got a nausea thing going. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and there's no air
Alright,
still, right?
can
So
I still
you're
perform
holding
an
your breath.
I thought we had oxygen.
No, You don't have oxygen yet.
No oxygen.
Yep, no oxygen. So give me your repair check on the crystal.
Okay, so I get a +3 on the weaponsmithing. Any other bonuses from stats or anything?
I mean, I think this is a repair check. I really wanna call it. You know what? Just go ahead and use your strength.
Okay, I'll use strength, but so the reason I asked, I had weaponsmithing, which gives repair on weapons, but a little bit different. Strength rolls coming at you.
Oh, clutch!
Jesus.
Nice. Yeah, you're able
You
to vent
stop it.
You're able to. So there's this console, right? And in your own barbarian way, you just sort of slam your fist down on it, and immediately Warpshell begins to sort of vent all of these gases out of its
uranium
core.
hand.
Yeah. This is how we fix things in Russia, right? Like, you just hit it. Which is why it's a strength check. And the crystal begins to sort of dim, and then it's going to trigger something else, which we'll talk about in a moment. All right, Zayden?
Okay.
The ground is looking really close from your point of view.
Good. I unbuckle. I check my blaster to make sure it's in good working order. I say, Dragon, it has been a pleasure to serve you. I hope you make it through this. This crew will take you there. I will buy you the time you need to heal yourself. As I run to an escape pod, grabbing an oxygen mask, I key into the pod for the largest structure on the back of Durithrax. I hope I see you all again someday, my friends. I plan on killing many of them today.
Whoa, okay.
I go in the pod and I drop it and I go straight for the heart of where I think the control panel is or control center is on the back of Durithrax.
All right, so we're splitting the party. All right, so you jump in the escape pod. You've hit the mechanisms to launch. And so, yeah, so the escape pod goes rocketing off the side of Dragon.
Okay.
And we'll figure that out here in a moment. Bambi, there's no air.
Behind you, bro.
You're down there
Sorry, I was in player
next.
shock for a moment.
Yep. Fair.
Ooh, goddamn. All right. Yeah. So Bindi still holding his breath. Trying to remember the layout of the ship in my head. First thing, I'm gonna blink over with phase core and start putting on a suit.
Okay.
Whew. Whew. That was close.
Nice. All right.
Then he's gonna grab 3 other suits. And still with the 0G, kind of kick off a wall, heading towards the ladder to go up a level. Where everybody else is, because I think I'm the only one on the lower deck right now.
Okay.
So yeah, suit on for me, grabbing 3 other suits, because I don't know that Zayden just popped out.
All right.
You don't?
Yeah, and making for the ladder.
Nice.
Stay together, guys. Stay together.
Okay. On my turn, everyone but Mandrick is sort of rocked as the warp shell crashes into the ground and begins to slide and tilt upwards. And Mandrick, like right in front of you, like the crystal goes dark. It's still intact. It's not destroyed because you managed to save it, but it goes dark. Like, powers out, right? And the warp shell itself is like at a deep tilt. Like, there is a sense of gravity now, whereas before you were just sort of in like weightlessness. But it's like this, right? Like, it's at a really bad angle. I think.
I don't think Bindi would even be prepared for that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of relying on the zero gravity at the moment.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
So, like, to totally kind of self-nerf, like, I think Bindi's going for a tumble.
Well, no, yeah. Everybody but Mandrake goes for a tumble. But even Mandrake, like, the force of smashing into the ground, I think would send, like, a shock up your legs that might even be close enough to break them, right? Like,
damn.
Yeah, so I think everybody except for Zayden will take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And that was an easy roll. I probably should have rolled 2 d6s, but all right. All right. Yep. Now we're good. We're just going. Keldor, you have no air. The warp shell has crashed.
I'm going to kick off and try to catch up with that spider.
Okay.
If anything, I can smash it into the ground and try to get this ship healing.
Okay. Now, how many rounds have you been without oxygen?
I think we're on 2.
Rewind the 1, then just 1.
Well, you didn't rewind it. You healed the ship.
So
then just 2.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You feel a desperate burning in your chest as you're holding your breath. You've just been jarred. You lost a little bit more air. Things are looking very bad for you. You managed to sort of kick off. There's gravity now, right? So, and you're at the nose, right? So you would be down there by the console. So I'll do a better job of describing it there for you.
I'm climbing.
Yeah. Where are you climbing towards? Be very specific, because this matters.
I'm trying to make my way back towards the engine room. Back towards the way I threw that spider at Mandrake, so I can get to it and hopefully get it to the engine room.
Alright, I'll do this because it makes sense. The spider, like, fall, because gravity is in effect now, right? Like, the spider falls back down and plops right down on your forehead.
Awesome. I take it, I'll hook it into the nearest console and activate it.
Okay, cool. So the spider is running around the warp shell now, attempting to do repairs. You have no air. Where are you moving? What's your move?
I'll just keep climbing up towards where I saw my crew last. I know the escape pods are towards the rear.
All right, cool. So you're climbing up the side of the hall towards where the escape pods were? Where you saw Zayden run? Okay, cool. There's oxygen masks over there, so that might work if you can make it.
Perfect.
All right, Mander.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs is pretty fucking straightforward, man. You know, it starts off with simple shit like you gotta have oxygen. You know, after that it's water, then it's food, then it's shelter, and all the rest of that shit before self-actualization. I think I need to get my fucking O2. I want to get to my grab bike. I'm going fat tire. It's, you know, biker knows what a biker knows.
Okay.
My space pirate brother Zayden just launched onto the surface of this planet. So I'm thinking as we crash, if I'm in my bike, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and register the protocol, get in my bike, and launch out the back onto the back of Durthrax.
Okay. All right. So you're there. So in the center of the lower level is this great big force field that sort of holds everything in place, and it's pretty much gone, right? But both vehicles have sort of dropped down onto the surface below, and so you definitely would be able to climb down there and get into your bike.
So can I launch? Can I get on my fat tire and just kind of do a? I know I'm remembering back to the map, right? There's like a force field right underneath the launching deck, right? And I just
power turned off
and launch.
Right? There's no power, so
yeah.
So you're able to kind of go. You drop down that little tube to get into the second bay, and as you drop down the tube,
I'm keying on
you fall like all the way down to where the bike is, on the ground, on the surface of Durafrax.
So I'm gonna go. I'm plugging in XYZ coordinates on Zayden, where his position is, and I'm gonna throttle up and try and make it to him as ASAP.
Holy shit! Okay, all right, Keldor, Bendy, you guys are on your fucking own. Like,
hey, at least I saw Mandrick leave though. I mean, he had to come down to the bottom level.
Yeah. This is about to get really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Zayden. Your little escape pod, it has some thrusters, right? And it's sort of struggling to get purchase as you're plummeting down towards the surface. But sure enough, it's guiding you in, and you land the pod. The pod actually manages to kind of safely land itself on the surface of Durafrax. Outside of the window of the pod, you see this sort of horrible landscape of jagged, look like rocks. As far as you can tell, I mean, it's a fucking dragon, but it's like the surface of a horrible nightmare world. There are these jagged rocks sticking out all over the place, almost like hairs turned into like mountains, or just giant shards of material, whatever they are. You see all this sort of horrible landscape. And I think that the pod has sort of like windows kind of going all the way around it. And as you would turn and look, you would see that sure enough ahead, there looks like this giant crashed mining derelict. What do you do?
So I got the spacesuit that I grabbed as I went out. One, I hit the comm link and I let everybody know where I'm at. All the intel I can have, and I will head straight for that derelict.
Okay, so you pop the hatch. As you do, there's a vacuum that sort of engages for a brief moment, and this confirms without any question in your mind there's no atmosphere on this thing.
Hence the suit.
Yeah, and you've got the suit. You definitely have the suit, right? Which has a limited amount of oxygen, and so far your O2 reader looks good on it. And you open the door, you step out. There's no wind, right? It's just like emptiness. Like it's almost like you're in 0G, but you've got gravity beneath you. Probably like other barren asteroids that you've been on in your time as a space pirate, laying traps or whatnot.
At that scale, there's no you can't even tell it's organic. It's so huge. It's like
I mean it's for all intents and purposes, it seems like there's dirt below, like the dust and stuff that's stuck to its body, like a planet attracts and would.
Sure.
And you make your way towards the mining vessel. There's a hatch. I think it's fair to say you probably can reach the hatch on this turn. And we'll rotate it. We'll just keep this rolling. Back to Bendy.
All right. Yeah, Bendy's going to kind of pick himself up, just kind of staring in disbelief. Like, Mandrick just jumped out and took off.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Do you have an airsuit yet?
Yeah, I put mine on before I grabbed the others and went running.
There you go. Yeah, all right.
Take care of your own oxygen mask before seeing to the other folks.
Okay. Yeah, you're in this.
You're
in a bubble suit. You got that beautiful bubble head you've always been dreaming about.
Just
you imagine a turtle with like a big fishbowl.
All right. Yeah. So I
want to see that image.
I scoop up the other suits that that he grabbed, and he kind of looks down and lets one of them go, just carrying the two because. Mandrick took off, and then he kind of jumps and whoop, uses that phase core. Because I imagine with the ship crash, I kind of fell to the front, so he's going to kind of jump and blink, estimating that fingers crossed he should pop up into the cockpit.
Okay.
On that near move, and then whoop, and looking around and seeing Keldor there on the ground, he's going to climb up some of the seats and consoles and toss a suit down at him.
Nice.
And then frantically look around. Where is Aiden? Where is everybody?
Nice. Okay. All right.
He turned into a butterfly? This is most enjoyable.
This is beautiful. All right. All right. I'm gonna pass my DM turn to Keldor. Actually, let me do some narrative description really quick. So,
Thanks. I was just gonna beat shit, man.
Over. Sorry, no. Hold on. I'm gonna go to Keldor. I'm gonna wait till you guys are actually outside of the ship. Keldor, go ahead and make me that con save.
Yeah.
You knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Oh, you lose one heart of your life.
I dropped one hit point. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
No,
I'm down to 7.
Okay, yeah, you're down to 7, but you're still alive, so you could, and you're conscious, so you can put on your suit.
We'll try to put the suit on.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your action.
Need to
so
make a roll for this?
No. You just put the suit on. I think that would be,
right.
That's not an actionable thing.
Yeah.
Man, so what do you say? So Bandy just talked to you, right? Like, what do you say now that you have air?
Oh, where is everybody? What's going on? Where are we?
Well, Mandrick sped out in the big fat tire. Whoom, just gone. And like you said, Zayden's a butterfly somewhere.
And
At
do I
least-
see the spider running around trying to fix things?
Yep, Spider's running around trying to fix things. It's running around repairing the warp shell. The pieces on the board, you've got the ship there. There is the other rover that was left behind that's just outside of the warp shell. Yeah.
We need to get down there and help. Warpshell, I hope you're going to be okay. I've given you all the help I can give you.
All right. Keldor and Bindi, is it the case that you guys intend to board the last little rover and follow, or what are you guys planning on doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is the plan. I'm also going to give Keldor some healing when it comes around to a dice roll. But yeah, like we're heading out. Like the crew ain't running.
Okay. Rock on.
They need backup. They
All
need
right.
backup.
No. We're War Masters of Zevos, god damn it.
All right. So you guys, both Keldor and Benny, I'm going to go ahead and just going to unify your actions there, since we're in sort of a frou-frou space and our party's divided. You guys both board the ship. Bendy, if you want to go ahead and make your heal roll, go for it.
Oh yeah. And this will. Yeah, I'm going Luna's Glow for him because that's.
I'm getting full on turtle shell.
Yeah, rock on. Just don't roll a 1.
Boom.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel awesome.
Heal to full, and you have a bonus heart. Lasts till either it gets taken away by damage or the next moonrise.
You're going to need that. You keep track.
Until the DM feels it's time to leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So dope.
Oh, there's the map.
All right.
the
So,
yeah.
Here we
love
go.
yeah.
There's the fat tire.
I had fun making this. It's pretty sloppy, but I think it conveys all that it needs to.
Yes, it does.
Looks great, man.
It's dope.
Thanks.
It looks great.
So you guys, Keldor is in the Keldor and Bindi are following, kind of in the rover. Mandrick is in the fat tire, racing ahead. Overhead begin to appear other ships that are sort of flying in, but there is something kind of going haywire. Like you see them sort of start to zip into circles and crash into each other, and things look really strange up above. We're on Mandrick's turn now. Mandrick, go ahead and give me a perception roll as you're driving through the wastes towards Zayden's last position.
Okay, perception roll based on wisdom. There we go.
Oh, you just barely made it. Nice.
Barely.
Yeah. You swear out of the corner of your eye, as you're zipping along at like breakneck speed, that you saw two glowing eyes of something crawling amongst the jagged rocks. Something inhuman. It looked like it had...
So I'm flying along with fucking fat tires, picking up dust, man. I got a rooster tail behind me, and these fucking eyes are popping out, right?
Right.
Oh my god.
Right, like off in the distance, right? Like you're racing by them, but you notice that it looks like there's something fucking out there. Like whatever, like there are things living on the surface of this thing. Whatever the fuck they are.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. His skin, man. His skin is like laced with fucking observational weird little pods, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Okay.
All right. So, okay, and I think at this point in the story too, you see ahead this large crashed derelict mining frigate. You see the pod, and you see your O2 meter on the bike. Right, it is going down. It's not eternal.
Far away. Okay, do I see shipmate Zayden?
At the distance that you are, you already passed a wisdom check. Yeah, I think you can kind of make out Zayden. He's got like his signature pistols. He's completely recognizable, and he's approaching this side of the hatch on the side of the derelict.
So I'm going to make my way to Zayden. I don't know how long that's going to take, but I'm going to spend the far move that I need to.
Yeah, I think you'll reach it in the next round.
I get going.
At this rate.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to throttle up my fat tire. I got my oxygen reserve in place. I'm in my element now. I mean, this is it. This is Mandrick, man. He's got his fucking new arm with his geranium, armor flaring off. It's kind of, almost like aerodynamic. Is a whole different gig, man. I didn't get to explain that before, but that's kind of the sexy thing now about his driving is that it looks cool. So I got a charisma bonus off of that.
I love it.
Looking cool. Awesome. Looking cool. I'm driving towards Zayden.
Yeah, no, you're totally rocking the space biker groove, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's my thing.
Right. Does the pod simulate your hair blowing back, and
No. To break it down, so I had the clockwork arm, right? As you all know, I cut my arm off and when the things were growing into me, and I got this nasty disproportional thing that leaked oil and made noises and stuff. So I've been spinning that tier 4 milestone to get the Duranium can to turn the clockwork arm into something that looked more realistic. So it looks like emotionally it's cool, but it has like bitchin' ass, flares of armor and stuff that give me that protection.
Yeah.
A little bit more advanced. I'm more approachable. I'm not as, ugly, if you will.
Yep. Dude, that's awesome. Go ahead and take your hero coin for the sweet vibes of description on your character.
Oh, nice, thanks, man. Yeah, right. I got the hero coin. I'm coming at you, Zayden.
Coming at us.
So the trick. I was going to say, so with the arm, right, not only does it improve the armor because of the Duranium qualities added on to what was, kind of primitive clockwork technology, it adds strength, but there's int spells. And I would definitely kind of put that off as something that was more technological. So I have a few kind of weird random spells that I want to try and give to you, Zayden. So I'm making my way towards you to try and cloak you. So I have one cloaking intelligence spell. Basically, it's a little, it's something that I can plug onto you that gives you like a predator, a camouflage, basically, technological camouflage.
Oh, that's cool.
If I can get it to you.
If only he knew. He can't hear you, so.
Oh.
All right.
The Duranium hand is so badass. That's why, you were telling us to get tier 4s, Jason.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I wanted to go with the thing that I had set up with the Path of the Rider.
Yeah.
But this Yeah, the synergy from this is what I wanted to go for in terms
of
being
you
able
guys.
to tank. And
you took on Durithrax as a Hellkite. I mean, you guys earned those tier 4s. Plus, I'm terrified for your lives at this point because you're all fucked. Sorry, the language is coming out. Language is coming out strong tonight. You're screwed. Most likely. We'll see. All right.
If I can throttle up and get to you on my grab bike, I'm going to try and use my new Duranium hand to give you a shroud, which makes you invisible as long as you're not moving.
Yeah. Next turn, though, because you're not there yet. You arrive next turn.
Exactly.
Cool. All right, Zayden, you're at the hatch. Oh, Zayden, I think you're muted, man.
I have my cloak of shadows. I open the hatch. I enter in. What do I see?
All right, so the door opens, and there's no whoosh of air. So you know immediately that there's no Atmo in this thing. You see a dark hallway, and it looks like this is the side of how to describe this? So it's like a gallery, right? Like it's a storage area, right? It's a cargo bay. There we go. It's a cargo bay. So you open the door. It's a cargo bay. It's black, as in it's dark. It's very, very dark. It's very hard to see. There are crates kind of scattered all over the place, and you're greeted to the sound of silence.
I engage my cyber lens and I look for exit, even in the dark.
Yeah, cool.
I was built for this.
Yeah, is that a check or?
Yeah, I mean, if I roll,
don't roll a 1, right? That's to make sure that that's the action you're taking.
Yeah, I'm walking in. I'm looking around, see what I can find.
Yeah. Open it up. Do it. Roll it.
Nice. That's it, buddy.
There you go. All right. So you walk in, and it looks like no one has been here for a while. There is a door to your right, and then dead ahead there's another door. And these crates, you recognize the corporate logo that's on the side, and these are crates of small arms and weaponry and ammo.
Oh,
core, Cypher fucking core, I bet.
What were they doing?
All right, and I head for the door. I think you said there was a door on the right?
Yeah, there's 2 doors. There's one on the right, and there's one dead ahead. And this is probably, I would say this cargo bay, the area that you're in, it's maybe like 30 by 40 feet.
Having been a space pirate and have taken many cargo ships, can I identify where I would find the bridge of said?
So from the exterior of the vessel, probably straight, because you know that whatever's in that side area, it dead ends. There's like an extension of the ship kind of coming off and going like an L shape, right? So probably straightforward.
Knowing I've heard, having seen the bike coming behind me, I look and I give a fist pump to Mandrick, point going straight forward, and then I go towards that door. If I can open it, I will.
All right. I think it's at the distance that it's at. You can make it to the other side and open it in the same turn.
No problem.
And it opens up into another continuation. It's like another supply bay, but this time it's a little different. This time it looks like there are creepy as hell, morbid artworks drawn on the walls. When I say creepy, it's like humanoids with their skin being flayed off and heads being cracked open, and it looks a little bit. It's very macabre. It's very eerie. There's no gore or anything.
I'm a war pirate of Zevils. Nothing can shake me. I've seen the worst this has to give, and I've dealt out more. Yeah. I think that's my turn.
Okay, rock on.
Hellraiser shit right here.
Yeah, kind of a little bit.
Another shit, huh?
All right, so Bendy?
We found our way to the event horizon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you guys. You guys are in the rover, and you're coming up behind. I left this detail out, but you might, if you would look behind yourself, you would see kind of behind you the singularity, right? Like that's formed, but everything is like perfectly still. Like it doesn't look like it's growing. Like when you're outside of the time dilation, like it was growing, right? But like from here, from a point of view, it's like it's frozen.
All right, like a still picture.
Right, because you're so close to it that you're like deep within its gravitational field, right? Like it's really time is super stretched.
Yeah,
but it is not.
Yeah, I think
eternal. It in a matter of a day or more. It in your time space outside of this, you might lose the planet.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I think as we're trundling along in the rover, I think Bendy is going to actually try and run a scan on the dragon itself.
Okay.
I think kind of looking. I guess I don't know.
That button.
Signs of life, or I don't even know what kind of things a scan might actually give.
Give me a check. Let's see. Let's find out.
I'm going to attempt to scan the dragon. What would you like? Wisdom, intelligence?
I would like wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay. Yep. Can't read.
Oh, the other button.
Yeah. Oh. The radioactive interference from the black hole is sort of preventing your scans from making it.
Right. It's definitely a dragon.
Right.
Yeah. On the back of your tracks, man.
A lot bigger than we saw it last time.
Yep.
There's a lot of noise on the back of this old bitch.
And that's it for me. Okay.
All right, you're catching up. I think you'll arrive at this mining derelict in the next round as well. Keldor, you're not quite yet though, right? So we'll basically at the beginning of Keldor's next turn, you guys will be caught up. Keldor, what are you doing?
Got it.
Other than driving this thing, because Vindy is playing with the sensors.
Yeah, I'm totally trying to be like, no, the other button. No, that one. Can you keep in touch with Dragon? Find out if she's okay.
There's a thing. Better turn.
Oh, sorry. Where's the ship? Yeah, I'm just navigating and trying to get us there safely.
All right. Mander?
What's my proximity to Zayden and the door that he is opening?
Yeah, so your mono wheel, it pulls up right next to the door. That's where your turn starts. I should have described that.
The door is successfully opened already?
Yeah. Zayden went inside. Like he saluted you and went in.
Yeah, the outer door is open.
Yeah.
Okay, so my intent from the last couple of rounds was to get to him wherever he was. So if the door is open, I'd be gunning through, man. I'd be throttling up. I'd probably even pull a wheelie as I did so, just for effect, fucking wheelie through the gate and get up to Zayden and use one of my intelligence spells to see if that, I give him some advantage to unleash this freaking deadly firepower that I know he has.
All right, so you literally drive the mono wheel up through the cargo bay, right into the bay. You hear
We call it fat tire.
the fat tire. There you go. You drive the fat tire up through the doors. You hear crushing.
It sounds way sicker.
Yeah, you hear the noise of crushing as crates are shattered, and you see like munitions sort of spill out, a couple of grenades, and some small firearms and that kind of thing. Zayden is right ahead of you. He's got the door open, looking inside of this at this macabre scene in front of him.
So what I'm trying to do is just so it's an intelligence spell to cast this, and I'm assuming because it's intelligence spell based on Duranium Pan, very vague ICRPG rules, which is awesome because you can kind of move back and forth. With if it's Elfheim, you're going to go magic. If it's Warpshell technology, so I'm envisioning this as like just like a little a little dongle, something I can like just plug on him. Boom, just plug it on him, and then it boop, 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 kind of like Dune. It gives him a little fucking armor protection that is like camouflage basically. So if he doesn't move, no one can see him. But if he does move, they can, and it only lasts 1d4. So I'm pulling up, pulling a just a classic mono tire drift, and trying to give him that spell. So straight intelligence check, unfortunately, is not very good for me.
You got this.
You got this.
Or not.
Or not.
I'm not going to use my hero coins, Aiden. I'm sorry. You're a badass. It was just to get up there with you.
Yeah, but I'm more badass now that I've got man by my side.
That's right.
There you go.
Hey, bro. But so I'm up there with my teammate. Turn done.
Okay. Nice. Mandrick, we're back up to you. As you enter the new room, not Mandrick, sorry, Zayden. Thank you guys.
We all knew who you were talking to.
Yeah. We're approaching the
It's a
end.
time dilation.
Yeah, we're definitely approaching kind of the end of the session. I'm starting to get like drift off. So Zayden, you walk into. I don't know if you walk in, right? So before you is this room. There's the drawings. What do you do?
I ignore the drawings. I'm looking for the bridge. I want to get to this. The quicker I get to the bridge, the faster we get this.
Okay. At this point, it's very difficult to know where the bridge is other than straight forward. Because that's the only other door is ahead of you is straight forward. So I should rewind what I said, and that's actually the answer. Because there's only other one door. I
sneak forward using my cloak of shadows then.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. And the room target in here, guys, this specific room is a little bit higher. It's actually 14 instead of 12. And anyone outside of this chamber is still in a 12 lane. So Zayden, you go in. You're cloaked. Give me your perception again, but don't roll a 1.
My perception is this one.
Ooh,
it's not a
nice.
1.
It's not a 1. All right.
But a 1 was involved.
There are ceiling-mounted defense turrets, and you watch sort of the glow. You manage to spot it right there, powering up.
Hell is this place?
Do I see a control panel on the door?
In front of you, on the other side of this chamber,
or on this one that I'm on?
Oh, the one that you're in right now? Yeah, there's like a door, like open close control panel, but that's really it.
Yeah, but it's got to be connected to the security system on the ship. Therefore, it's got to be on the network of the ship. I tap into it. I'm looking for the controls to the ship defense systems.
Yeah, you find comms, right? Like you find a comms control, but you do not find like a link to their security system. Like it's not a computer terminal. It's like an old dead like you push a doorbell to make noise or talk to somebody.
All right, I'm gonna go find a box full of grenades.
Okay. Well, that would be in the room behind you, so you turn around and you leave the room then, is what you're saying.
Well, it's the room I'm in. We're in this. We haven't gone through this room yet. So the room that you said the room with the artwork is right next to the bay that had all the munitions.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna find a box of grenades in this room.
Okay. All right, give me a...
I'm going to...
Roll 2d6s.
What?
2d6s.
2d6s?
Yeah.
Do I get my plus weapon? Do I get my weapon effort plus that on that?
No. This is just the number of grenades you find.
Oh, okay. I find 6 grenades.
Yeah, you find 6 grenades.
That's a lot of grenades.
It is.
I'm pulling all 6 pins, throwing them in, closing the door.
Negotiating. The only way Zayden knows how. Naked aggression.
Oh.
I love it.
Oh, I can't let this pass. You got to take a hero coin for that, man. All right, so the door closes. There's this thunderously loud boom. There's like dust on the side of the walls that like shakes off to the ground, and the door is hot to the touch. All right,
Some good grenades.
Yeah, so we're back at Bindi, and I think I said Keldor, but this is the round, right? So Bindi, you pull up next to the fat tire.
Ooh.
You know, Keldor puts this thing into park. What's next?
Jumping out and moving in, or making my way in there. Kind of, walking through. Not quite sure what to expect, but the door's open, so that seems awfully inviting.
Yeah, there are crushed crates and weapons sort of spilled out all over the ground. You just heard this giant boom coming from the other side of the door. I mean, Zane's there, so it's probably easy to figure out what happened.
Right? Zane looks very calm.
Exactly, he's leaning against the side of the wall. You guys can feel free to like.
Mandrake. Only Mandrake would blow shit up.
Yeah, it's perfectly okay. If you don't want to type into chat, you can just come out and say what's going on. I don't mind. We don't have to be so rigid with the roleplay.
Mandrake's
very calm.
He knows playing to play.
That's I think Bindi comes in and just kind of smiles in his suit and first going to cast Trust the Universe because Bindi always trusts the universe.
Yep.
Boom! Yes! So natural 18, my spell's crit because of the Griffin Scarf.
Yeah?
Yeah!
So this is going to last for... Oh, shit. For 14 rounds... For 14 rounds, I can only be hit on a natural 20.
All right.
Oh my god! So you're in front.
Yeah, and with that, seeing the door closed, I'm phase core. I'm going to blink through to the other side. Boom.
Okay.
God, don't split the party.
It's just a door.
All right. So you blink into this room.
May or may not open.
You do not see the art anymore because all you see is scorched walls. Right? Like, it's that effect where if you burn metal or with like a torch, it gets kind of rainbowy, right? Like,
yeah.
The walls are all scorched and rainbow-like. You see, like, 2 smoking ports where security turrets used to be up in the ceiling.
Oh.
And there's another door kind of on the sort of long cargo bay on the other side.
I'm not sure which one of you it was, but I can definitely tell you've done some redecorating since you came in. It looks clear. It looks clear.
Yeah. And you guys have shortwave communications at this point because you're close enough that would work. So you're able to communicate with each other.
Yeah,
freely.
So I was assuming it was through the comms, talking back to everybody on the other side of the door. Yeah, that's Bindi's turn.
That's great.
It looks clear, Zayden. I see you've chosen. You've chosen smoke as a natural color.
Yep. I'm gonna
I
go
just
ahead.
want to make sure. Okay, so Mandrake and Keldor are still behind the door, right?
Mandrake and Keldor are still behind the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Zayden, I mean,
Wasn't
you're all
Zayden
back there,
on
right?
the
You're all
door?
behind the door.
Yeah.
The only person that's in the next room is Bendy, who
Yeah,
blinked
Bendy
through.
booped to the other room.
Yeah. Because he trusts
A lot of
in the
faith
universe.
in the universe. There's on a table there. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, luckily there was not a table
into
there,
a
so that
wall.
Bendy did not, blink in and be severed in half.
Oh, God.
Hey, he's trusting in the universe.
Yeah,
There's no need to look. There's no need to look before I leap. It's a leap of faith.
God.
Yeah, I don't know that there would be smoke,
Six
Zayden,
grenade
because there's
bolts through
no
my
oxygen.
face.
Like, there's no atmo.
Particles floating in the nothingness.
Yeah, which makes things very dangerous. Don't get your suits cut.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just putting that out there in the universe, so you don't feel like blindsided. Okay, so we're at a point here in the evening where I'm going to call a session end. So we have one more round. I think this will be a convenient point in our little story arc. So at the start of this, you guys were coming in guns blazing to face down the Devourer, and here you are in this wasteland in a derelict mining frigate. You're in a pretty dire situation. You went from being on the nice cozy Warpshell to like having no oxygen, to having like just barely enough oxygen to survive for a short period, while a black hole threatens to suck in your homeworld. So, Keldor, there's this slightly warm door in front of you, and what is your last moments of the comic here?
I'll walk up, kind of put my hand on the door, and I'll look over at Zayden and Mandrake and be like, geez, we leave you guys alone for a few moments, and everything starts exploding.
Nice.
Cindy, you okay in there?
Yeah.
And I'll open the door. If it'll open.
All right. Mandrake?
Hey, I was waiting to see if the roll opened. Did you get a roll to see if you could open it?
If you go to open it, it will just open.
I need to make
Straight
a roll?
open?
Yeah,
No, you don't need to
open
make a roll. You just open it. You don't have to touch it, right? The
Open.
controls
Nice.
were like side panels next to the door, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
just make
still
sure
getting
Baby's
used
okay.
to Theater of the Minding all these details out, so I apologize for that. Like it's in my head, and I'm not projecting
No
everything I
problem.
should. Yeah, so the panel is right there next to the door that you can interact with. So you can open the door. Door opens. You see in front of you the scorched room. Whatever crates or supplies were in here are gone now, and you see a bewildered Torton just sort of looking around like he's daydreaming, wearing a fishbowl helmet.
That's normal.
An Evo suit.
I always see a deranged turtle.
Yeah, there's
Just
another door on
daydreaming into the universe.
Yeah, there's another door on the far side of the hall with another control panel, and there are two smoking ports in the ceiling. And there are also ventilation shafts that are kind of on the side of the room.
All right.
Where's
Look
Zayden's
over-
position though in this room? As I'm a little
I'm
confused.
right beside you in the door.
Yeah, you're right
So there's
beside him in the door.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. So yeah, our Tartan tongue blipped into the room before us. Okay,
Yeah.
The room that you threw grenades in and then stepped
That's
back and
right.
shut the door.
So there's the
Just wanted
cargo
to
bay.
confirm that.
There's the art room. You and I are in the cargo bay. Bendy and Keldor are now in.
Yeah, we'll call it the scorched room now because all evidence of that art has been you know,
Oh,
atomized.
it's still art. It's just a different art.
It's just a different kind of art, right?
It's deco.
It's an original Zayden Polak.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pollock. Yeah.
Zayden Pollock.
Well,
there you go.
if this is the last scene, I guess this is what I'm going to do. Right. So I'm sitting atop my fat tire, fat and proud, and I'm gonna look over. Well, we're gonna open the door. The door slides open. And he's standing there in a room of destruction. I'm gonna look at him and say, you know, peaceful one, between the magic you and Kelder use, yours frightens me the most. And I lean over to Zayden, and I'm going to try that spell I was going to do previously, which is Shroud, which you already have Shroud abilities, but this is going to work for you. And I'm going to drive into the room. Straight 20 shot on the intelligence for the spell. Missed the spell, but I'm going to throttle up. And if there was like, you know, comic book focus, if you will, you can see my new Duranium hand throttling up on the fat tire bike that I'm on, and I just punch it into the next room of destruction.
All right.
He's
So,
going
yeah,
at this with his bike, man.
So, man, the fat tire,
I'm the
it
tank.
sort of plunges through, and
Damn
you
right.
basically wreck the door coming through, right? Like, this is, you know, I mean, this was a human-sized door.
That is
This was not a
awesome.
cargo door. So you, like, drive the fat tire through it, punching a larger hole through. Go ahead and give me a give me a dex save.
That's awesome.
Save. Okay, that's a +2.
Yeah!
Nice.
I'm a rider, baby.
You know, this is just right. You do bust a hole through the wall with your fat tire, but and you just barely manage to retract in the weapon systems on the side so that, like, they don't get torn off as you're shredding through the wall and damaged. So good job.
I'm a rider.
You are a rider. You did it.
Yeah.
Path of the rider, man. Rock
To
on.
ride to live.
All right. So Zayden, you just watched Mandrick, ram his fat tire through the wall of the cargo bay here into the next supply room. What do you do?
So I calmly walk through the room. I nod to Kelder, Bendy. I Commander said, "Pretty sure we've both killed hundreds in this room already. Let's move into the next room." And what do I see?
Yeah. Fantastic. So you
Nice.
go in, you open up the next set of doors, and on the other side is a man who is scrawny and basically naked, wearing an Evo helmet with a air tank strapped to his back, and he looks very shocked to see you. And he begins to sort of
What?
jump up and down. We have visitors! Oh yes! It's been so long!
Oh, hell
Holy
no.
shit!
And all right, Bendy,
Holy
it's you're next.
Man, I guess kind of anticlimactic. Oh, oops, my thing is down to 13 rounds. I guess kind of anticlimactic. Bindi walks through the door and sees this guy jumping and just kind of waves.
I'll take it.
That's a Bendy thing.
Yeah, that's Bindi's final frame of the comic, I think.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
Welcome,
Yeah.
friend.
So in your last moments here
Hello?
in this particular comic, you guys discover that there's a survivor aboard this thing.
God.
Who is?
What is this place?
I think
That's
that the
thing.
fact that he's naked and then you just saw a bunch of weird drawings, it might be easy to conclude he's batshit crazy. But,
Yeah.
Pretty good, yeah.
but that's where we
This
leave
is like
tonight.
You'll fit right in with this crew. Got it.
Yeah.
Totally.
But
I think this guy is kind of like, Ratman, the cake is a lie kind of madness.
maybe. So here we are at the
Oh.
end of tonight's adventure. You guys have successfully landed onto the planet side, and the clock. We leave this kind of with the clock ticking still, right? Like your oxygen supplies are all draining. The planet behind you is about to be sucked into oblivion. along with the last few real martial strengths in the whole universe that we know of, and that's it. That's where we're at. So we'll see you guys.
Man.
In a couple of
Good
days.
game, guys.
Or weeks.
Dragon Crew!
Don't worry, the universe provided us with a guy with a tank of oxygen to use.
Like his one take? You're just going to take his take?
Yes. Aren't you useful for 10 minutes? That's awesome, guys.
Oh, man. So much fun.
Okay.